What is going on YouTube? My name is Lucas and today we're going to be talking about NIO, and honestly they have been making a massive run. Obviously there's a lot of negativity around the stock market as a whole right now, but this is one company I really wanted to bring to the forefront with all the positive catalysts and things that are really driving this stock, especially with quarterly earnings coming up here in November. So I'm going to provide you a ton of positive information on this company, and really some of the numbers might be eye-opening. So if you're interested in NIO, I suggest you stay tuned right after this. Before we plug into this video, I ask that you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below, and now it's time to zoom off into this video. Let's go. I'm going to start out this video just by kind of explaining, we are going through a negative time when we're talking about the stock market. Obviously, we have the presidential elections coming up, and there's so many different ways that this thing could go. Obviously, we have the coronavirus still having a massive impact on the world, and cases in the United States are starting to raise up again. I mean, there's just a lot that is going on that has really been driving the stock market down as a whole. But what I want to provide you guys with this stock being NIO is I think this is going to be amazing as we head into November when we're talking about quarterly earnings. And the reason is because this is one company that has endured the coronavirus. Obviously, this is a China-based company, and they've been able to continue production, show what they're capable of doing, still putting vehicles out in one of the most saturated electrical vehicle markets in the entire world, probably the most saturated and the most heavy electrical vehicle in the entire world. So I really wanted to provide some amazing information and some amazing numbers on this company as we move forward to quarterly earnings. So swinging on over here and really diving in. For September, NIO delivered 4,708 vehicles, a growth of 133% year over year. 133% year over year while enduring the coronavirus and just being a new company. That is massive. And it announced it delivered 12,206 vehicles in the third quarter of 2020, an increase of 154.3% year over year. So as you can see, production is ramping up. In August, NIO delivered 3,965 EVs, which was a 104% improvement year over year. Cumulative deliveries at that time were up to 21,667 for the year, an increase of nearly 110% year over year. This company is getting things figured out. In July, EV sales were up 322% to 3,533 vehicles. In June, it delivered 3,740 EVs, which was up nearly 180% year over year. In the third quarter, the company delivered a total of 12,206 vehicles, a 154.3% year over year jump. It is also above the company's guidance. In short, the EV company has turned a major corner after its substantial doubts. And so really what I want you guys to understand from these numbers is that they've honestly accomplished a lot. I think what we're going to find out as I go through this video, this company has found a way to lower the cost in manufacturing. They have found a way to ramp up production and really get more manufacturing occurring. And then on top of that, they are not blowing through as much cash. And that was a big issue that this company obviously had early on in the early phases of this company getting into the production. They were going through a ton of cash. Now I think that that's starting to slow down and we're really taking strides in a very positive direction. I look forward to this company as it continues to grow and expand, and we're seeing more vehicles added to their lineup. We've talked about in my previous video, as you can see right here, they have talked about an expansion. They are looking to expand to Europe. And one thing that I really one day hope to see this company do is expand to North America. I think that this, with a company like this who is putting this many vehicles out and doing the right things, I think would need to get to North America and sales would just continue to skyrocket. I really do. These next pieces are going to be very, very positive for this company as they move towards their Q3 earnings. I think that you're going to start talking more revenue. You're going to start talking more of a direction away from a negative aspect, whether it is book related or it's just a negative aspect around the company. I think this company has really kicked it in gear and they're just heading in good directions. And I can't say that enough because, originally they were burning through a ton of cash. I think their manufacturing was really costing a lot. But as they've really understood how to start, manufacturing the vehicles and getting it down to where it's at a cheaper cost, this company has generated more revenue and has lowered the cost to manufacture the vehicles, which then in return obviously allows them to do a lot more. So I'm going to swing over here and just really start plugging away and providing you guys some facts and some numbers that are really supportive of this company. So NIO launched its new EC6, a sporty crossover in September as planned. That's something you want to see. You want to see, hey, we set a date, or at least we set a time frame. We put out the vehicle we want. That generates more revenue, that creates more interest, and that allows us to just provide another vehicle option to the many consumers that are interested in our company. NIO successfully raised capital to buy back some of the equity it gave up in a bailout deal in May. Once again, you're coming out of the negative and you're going in a positive direction. I think that's absolutely huge. The next piece is NIO completed work on its production line that allows it to increase monthly output from roughly 4,000 vehicles to about 5,000 vehicles. Right there, that tells you, hey, they found a way to increase basically 1,000 more vehicles coming off their production line. And I'm assuming that, they were able to reduce the cost by doing that. NIO launched its battery by subscription program, substantially lowering the initial purchase cost of its vehicles for buyers who opt into the plan. And I think that that's very awesome as well. And the reason I say that is because, this is just a service that is provided by NIO that obviously is going to be beneficial to the owner of that vehicle. And obviously with, these being electrical vehicles, batteries are going to be a big thing when it comes to the owner. No question. I'm going to kind of dive into this one a little bit more. So, well known for its leading position in the Chinese electrical vehicle market, NIO is spreading its wings today. The company announced the launch of its Battery as a Service BaaS subscription, available with NIO's ES8, ES6, or EC6 models, and featuring a 70 kilowatt battery pack. Customers who participate in the BaaS program will receive a deduction on the vehicle's purchase price of 70,000 renminbi, or approximately $10,000, basically 10,120, and a pay monthly subscription fee of 980 renminbi, or about $142. In addition, customers will still be able to receive tax incentives and government subsidies for EVs. So I think that right there tells you exactly, how important that was. And so now we're moving in the direction of what are the analysts thinking? And the analysts have such a massive impact on this stock because it seems like anytime an analyst talks about NIO, it really drives it in the upward direction, especially when it's very positive. And as of late, it seems like many of them are increasing their outlook on this company. They're increasing their ratings and they're increasing their target price, and rightfully so. I mean, this company has been doing some amazing things. So what are the analysts saying? JP Morgan analyst Nick Lay, for example, just upgraded NIO stock to a buy from a hold, taking his target to $40 a share. Lay believes China's EV penetration could quadruple by 2025. We must remember that China is number one when it comes to any type of vehicle sales, and they're obviously the number one when it comes to the electrical vehicle market. It's amazing to see what they're doing. So then continuing on, meaning that about 20% of all new cars sold in China would be battery powered, as noted by Barron's contributor Al Root. If NIO can produce blowout earnings by November and even better deliveries, $40 may be a lowball target for this stock, what he said. Again, things have changed for the better for this EV company. With solid monthly growth and earnings coupled with higher demand for electric vehicles, I believe NIO stock could bolt. I also expect to see further upside once its next delivery numbers are released. And you know, I can 100% agree with that. And I think the reason is because as we continue to trend towards an electrical vehicle, I guess you could say, direction, you know, you got Europe that's pushing for it. Obviously, the United States is pushing for it with CARB and many other things. And then obviously China is very, very, you know, EV and all about the zero emissions. And so I think as we continue to head in that direction, companies who are successful in production, putting vehicles out, creating new lines, I think companies like NIO will continue to be successful. And like he said, $40 may be a low ball price, especially when we get through all this stuff and more people start to invest. Now, we have come to my favorite part of any video, and that is chart breaking down time. So let's swing on over here and see what NIO is all about. This is going to be a 1 month chart. It opened today at $27.92. Its high was $28.10 and its low is $26.51. Its volume is 79.14 million. That is pretty solid. Market cap 33.81 billion. 52-week high is $29.40. 52-week low is $1.36 and its average volume is 105.9 million. Today it is down 2.76%, which is $27.66. That's as of me doing this video. And this is a 1 month chart, and the reason is just because I really wanted to show you guys when obviously the analysts come out and put a positive hit on this stock, what can happen. So as we can see, it was trading probably around the $22, maybe $23 mark, and when obviously all the information started coming out, I believe they did have a amazing Q2 earnings. They did obviously have analysts come out and put a lot of their ratings at buy, and many of them started putting some pretty good price target points on this company. We saw a massive run, and it got to back up to right around where it would be at its 52-week high. I think this stock will start to trend down just a little bit until we get past the election, until we start to get past a lot of this coronavirus stuff. I think just the market as a whole will continue to be in a downward trend for a little bit until we get past some of these negative news aspects. But I don't see why this stock couldn't hit $40. I don't see why this stock couldn't hit $50. I think if they have a great quarterly earnings, I think you do blow past that 52-week high. And if they really show some numbers when it comes to production of their vehicles, I think that's going to be a huge thing too. I think what we're looking for is the cost of production, being down, and obviously revenue increasing. And that's what they've been able to show for the last couple quarters, is that, hey, we are driving down the cost of production and we're ramping up our revenue. And so that's absolutely awesome. Plus, they are going to be expanding and branching out and selling into Europe. So I think that just adds another positive catalyst. I'm excited for this stock. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys get on board with NIO. I do want to remind you guys, I am not a financial advisor, and anything I say in this video is for pure entertainment purposes only, and that's exactly what I'm here to do, entertain. And you guys know how I do it. If you enjoy this video, smash that like button. It helps out tremendously. And if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, have a good day.